Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Victor additionally, and this is Victor FX Academy. Right, and on today's video I will be walking through the weekly analysis and looking through the pairs that presents best A plus setups for the week. I am no financial expert, and everything done on this video is solely for educational purposes. You have to also understand that trading for Forex is really risky, is highly risky. And so you need to get the proper education and make sure to apply proper risk management. All right. So everything done here on this video is solely for educational purposes. Again, I do not give any financial advice, and I'm not asking you to take the trades that I take. All right. So without further ado, let's dive into the content for the week and for the day. All right, so basically today we'll just be looking through a few pairs that presents proper it's A setups for the week, right? And today being the 17th of November 2025, it's currently past 4 in the morning, hence the reason for the red lighting. Okay, so um, it's not so important to see my face, right? All lighted up. What's more important is for you to get the content that I'm sharing with you. And if this is your first time on my channel, feel free to hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so you get notified each time a new video is put out there. All right. So without further ado, let's dive into the content for today. So basically, the content for today might be slightly lengthy, and that's because I'll be walking through each pairs to see which pair presents good opportunities for the week. All right, and I would walk you through why I'm also taking those trades. Feel free to join the community. The link will be somewhere in the description of this video below. All right, and again, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, guys. All right, so in no particular order, we're gonna start with gold XAU USD, being that it's at the top of my symbols list. All right, so with what I see here on the 4 hour, on daily, gold seemed to have been surging really high for the past days and weeks, not until sometime last month where it dipped a little bit and broke the previous low, now retracing back into the fair value gap and showing some downward momentum. Now, this doesn't necessarily tell us the directional bias of trade at the moment, at the current moment, but going down to 4 hour, we can see here a little bit much more clearly what is going on. There are several, gaps on the move downward that broke this last um, higher low, and now we have a lower low, and the market seemed to have actually plunged since then. Now retracing itself back into one of the fair value gaps or the gaps created by this plunge right here. It does still look like the market still has need to come up and fill up all these spaces before we then understand what direction the market is going, right? So in my case, I would say the market will most likely move into the zone and then maybe create a lower high and a lower low and a lower high, and then break this previous low and then come into a proper positioning before the downward move, right? So this is what I would be anticipating, but right now I'm not doing anything on gold. I'm just sitting on my hands, and we're basically just waiting to see what's going to happen, right? So if there's going to be anything plotted at the moment, I would just simply plot this right here, and we'll we'll just leave it as a sell side order block and wait to see what happens when the market comes into this zone, knowing fully well that it had created a double top at this point before it plunged downward to this level and then further went down, and now it's kind of like ranging in the middle of this range right now. So we're not doing anything on gold at the moment. Let's move to the next pair. Just save that with USD JPY. USD JPY has also been ranging for the past few days, so there's really nothing showing at the moment, right? So we just move straight up to NZD USD. NZD USD is also acting a little bit vague because we don't have clarity yet. Although looking at this, we can see that the market um excuse me, the market kind of like had been coming, on a downward move and then broke, you know, um, broke this trend a little bit, and then also broke this double tops that we have up here to the top side, and then is now like retesting that same level. This move here is not really considered a break in my opinion, because um, this is just still on the same level, right? So it might look like a little bit of manipulation going on at this spot. So if I would consider this a proper break and retest, it's gonna have to have moved a lot more higher and then retesting lower before I would know that this is a break and retest. So we'll still just watch and observe what is going on. If it comes down to retest and gives us a proper bullish engulfing, then we may take a buy position. But for now, we're doing absolutely great, just watching what the market does. All right. So the same thing really close with NZD card. All right, nothing so serious at the moment. It does seem like it's still on a downward move, but it feels as though it has met a lot of exhaustion because the market has just been rallying at this position for quite a while. So we just move to Euro AUD. Not a pair I really like to trade that much. It's just inconsistently, um, out of place. All right, so Eurocard seem to also just be dancing around. If we look at the daily, you would see that it's just moving within a box, and it's been doing that for the longest. Right now, this has just been the cage that it's been in for quite a few days. So not until the market is out of this range and giving us a proper direction, we are still sitting on our ends to see what's going to actually happen. All right. So Euro NZD is on a nice uptrend, and yeah, right now it's sort of consolidating just somewhere here. Um, a little bit of no direction basically. So we'll just watch and see what happens. All right. So if it does break below this level and gives us a nice rebound, then we may consider shorting. But at this moment, we're not considering buying, neither are we considering selling, right? Because if you also take a look at this, you would see that it's in a range and it gave us this breakout. But this is again, for those of you who are part of the Victor FX Academy, you would understand that this is not considered a break and retest really, because there's nothing breaking here, because it's just still on the same level, right? We want a nice gap in between and a proper retest and a nice bullish engulfing candle to consider this a break and a retest and a proper directional move on this pair. So we'll just keep going. Now with GBP NZD, this looks very promising, because right now on the daily we did break this level um to the downside, and that's a very key level right there, breaking and coming back into that zone to test this other block, and testing this other block right here gave us a very clean, rejection candle, which is this inverted candle right here. We can see what is happening. The rejection wick is really long, and although we did not have a bearish engulfing right here, but perhaps on the 4 hour it would have been most likely very visible. um, right now, if you see, as it tapped into this place, we didn't get the bearish engulfing until this level right here. So a lot of people would have most likely entered a sell from here and put their stop here targeting this low, but with this amount of move and the distance from the proper zone, you want to make sure that the market has is going to maybe come back into the zone and then take its directional move, right? So um, I'm just basically sitting on my hands because it's not so clear. Remember, we basically just targeting an A plus setup on every of the pair that we're looking to trade. All right, so I wouldn't want this video to extend for way too long, so we'll just keep moving. Um, let's see the pair that I'm looking to actually coming on. This one actually looked promising. It was really close to hitting 1:2.25 risk to reward. So it came really close and then retraced back a little bit, and excuse me, this was how the market ended on Friday. Now it's Monday morning and the market is still coming down a little bit. Hopefully it's gonna eat our target, and would banking on this. Yeah, that's the one that's currently ready. And for this is actually the open trade, and the next one we have looking at is I think GBP AUD. And GBP AUD is okay. See, I don't think this is okay. Okay, yeah. So the ones we have pending starts with AUD USD. Basically, if you look at AUD USD, it has been forming really nicely on a downward trend, and it gave us this lower high and higher low, and then broke and gave us a higher high. Now with this higher high breaking this key level here, we do understand that we have um, a buy side order block right at this level. So we are looking at this level critically to understand how the market would react when it reaches this level, the 0.64925 level. All right, so and this is promising at least a 1:3 risk to reward ratio. So if I were you, I would just mark out the AUD USD on this pair, and I would look out for when it gets to this level. Remember, we're not setting a pending order, we're simply executing live, right? Depending on the reaction that we get of a proper candle formation. Okay, so and then we'll take our trades, and this is a swing setup, guys. All right, the next available setup that I know is also here is the AUD JPY pair, and this is also likely going to give us um, some good return. If we're looking at a 1:3 as well. Okay, a 1:3 risk reward ratio. So yeah, that's when the market does retraces back into our point of interest, which is our buy side order block right at the belly of this entry. So yeah, those two trades a set of trades that I'm looking forward to taking this week. And yeah, we'll see how it turns out. Okay. And I don't know if there's any other pair that's pending at the moment. Uh, yeah, all these have been added initially, basically. So, um, yeah. So there you have it. We have just AUD USD and AUD JPY for buy setups. We're waiting patiently to allow the market come to us. Remember, with Victor FX Academy, we don't chase the market. We relax and allow the market to come to us. And we are only particular about taking A plus setups. All right, so that'll be it for this video. If you like this kind of content, hit the subscribe button, guys. If you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you get informed each time we roll out a new video. And our Telegram is also there for you to be a part of it. You can join, and yeah, we can, you know, grow together and help you, achieve your Forex goals, basically. So this is again not a financial advice. I am no financial expert, and I do not and will not ask you for money. And I don't drop my phone number in the comment section. So if anyone is posting as me asking you for money, that is not me. All right, guys. So it's very, very important. Take precaution, apply proper risk management, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace out, guys. Take care.